Wow, I'm like surprisingly on a high. Someone gave me the sweetest and craziest and kind of coolest compliment on my voice, and I sound like this. I could talk to y'all forever, but I'm not going to because I don't want this video to be super long. However, thanks, man. Yeah. The reason why I sound like this is because I haven't been feeling well for the past few days, and I really would like for it to be over. However, I'm still here. Thank God for sinus inhalers, am I right? Hi everyone, my name is Sarah. So last week I made a video going on a solo date to a museum with original Disney concept art. It was only in one segment of this wing of this museum, and it was art from Disney's films in like the 50s, 60s, 70s. Very much needed solo date. Please check out that video. It'd be really cool. And check out the museum as well if you can. It's at Hilbert Museum at Chapman University in Orange, California. But I wanted to talk about this one piece that really got to me, and I was running out of memory on my phone and didn't have the capacity to do all that. So here it is. Honestly, it was very timely, and I hope that it encourages somebody else out there as it did to me. So I learned that one of the early Disney artists' name was Mary Blair. She's known for the color schemes that she chooses. Like, she has bright colors. She came up with the, I think, color design of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Also the attraction of A Small World at the Disney resorts, like the Disneyland Park, and probably everywhere else too. There was one drawing, I think it was like a drawing or like a charcoal kind of art piece that really caught my eye. And it wasn't necessarily the art that got me, it was the description right next to it. So because Mary Blair was known for her bright colors, this one kind of contrasted her usual works because it was black and white and gray and kind of monochrome like that. The only part that stands out is Cinderella's dress. If you remember the original Disney animated film, this scene is like halfway through the movie. If you've never seen Cinderella, spoiler, but not really spoiler, I guess. I just rewatched the movie again the other night because I was so inspired by this piece. I felt like I needed to refresh my memory of the whole movie. In this scene, the fairy godmother visits Cinderella In this scene, the fairy godmother visits Cinderella the night of the ball. So the art description said, as our heroine stands awkward and abashed because of her tattered clothing, her good fairy reassures her that magic is about to happen. That phrasing really got to me. So Cinderella grew up in this pretty abusive environment, right? The whole house and the whole estate was originally hers and her father's. He decides to remarry. Cinderella gains a stepmom and two stepsisters, which sounds like a good idea, right? After some time, her father passes away, and then the stepmother and the daughters show their true colors. Throughout all of this, Cinderella remains kind-hearted and gentle to herself and to her family and to literally anybody else or anything else she comes in contact with. That intro narration says that she dreams of just one day finding happiness. This girl just wanted to be happy and loved and seen and appreciated. Literally, the lines in her first song, which is A Dream is a Wish, right? Have faith in your dream and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. So finally, she receives the invitation to explore what could be her big happiness, or at least her small chance of happiness that she gets to live in for like a night. She's not thinking this is some permanent thing. She doesn't think it's some life-altering event. She's just like, cool, I get to go outside for once. Also, she knows that she's meant for more, right? She's meant for bigger things, that like she doesn't deserve all the stuff that's happened to her in her life. So once she acknowledges that she's actually included in this invite, she starts dreaming a lot more bigger because now it's a little bit more real and slightly more tangible. And she worked for all of it. She found her mom's old dress. She starts, imagining this redesign for that dress. And then she gets bombarded with more chores and a longer list of things to do at the house before she's given permission to go with the family. Even the mice and the birds and all the critters that helped her make that design possible, she made those friends. And she achieved all of those things and got herself ready and appropriate by the time they were all leaving. So it was like just in the nick of time. Here she is. She's ready to the best of her ability. Ta-da. And then, of course, It is literally and figuratively ripped away from her. Everything that she's worked for, literally gone. So now she's at this point where she's exhausted, she's humiliated, and she is just done. And she has nowhere else to go but outside and crying. And honestly, if that happened to me, I would also be completely beside myself. And to be honest, I've gotten to that point sometimes where I just like am so done with life, with everything, with all that I've worked for, just coming to absolutely nothing. And then I started paying a little bit more attention to the lyrics and the words. As she's sobbing, she's hearing all of these voices that are trying to give her hope, and she's arguing with all of them. She has a comeback to everything that is trying to give her hope and faith and a little bit to hold on to. She's like, nope, what is the point? That got to me when she was like, there's no reason to hold on to it anymore. There's no point. I'm sorry, what? But in the midst of all of that, at her lowest point, even arguing with the thoughts that are in her own head because no one else is there speaking to her, that is where the fairy godmother arrives, comforting her, and is like, baby girl, I'm here for you. Oh my God. Now, I grew up in a Christian home, right? So I believe in God. But if you don't, or if you believe in a different higher power or in the universe or the spirit or whatever it is, I would just like to encourage you that in the midst of all of that duty caca, when you're at your freaking lowest point, when you don't think it could get any worse, that is when something shows up for you. Whew, I'm getting excited. I gotta drink some water. Hold on. The fairy godmother, in her own quirky way, shows her that she is gonna get there. All the things she's ever dreamed of, she gonna get. It'll probably take a different route, but she's going to get an upgrade. It's going to be in just the right amount of time. Same destination, but bigger and better than she ever even thought or dreamed or imagined. She even said it herself. She said something like, this is beyond what I could have ever imagined. From that whole scene though, the one line that really hit home was the fairy godmother saying, even miracles take a little time. Come on! So if you know something is meant for you, if you know that your miracle is on the way, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Oh, but that's the worst part! But I would just like to reiterate that Cinderella didn't even want the prince. She didn't ask for a castle. She didn't want to rule the kingdom. She didn't want the big responsibility. She didn't ask or desire any of that. All she wanted was just to find happiness. She knew that she deserved to be loved, to be seen, to be respected, because that is what she gives to people. And then she got more than she ever could have thought possible or even dreamed. That's crazy, but also so good. And like, that was so encouraging for me to watch and to just accept. So I hope this was also uplifting for you who are probably going through something not so great. I know a lot of people are kind of going through it these past couple months of the new year, but I hope that this helps. And if you want to, watch Cinderella. Anyway, that is all I have for today's video. I hope you liked it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know anything else you want to talk about. We can yap about anything. You can drink some water and subscribe if you want to hang out more. But that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Have a good day.
So all I wanna do is think about what you think about when you think about me.